Happy Catastrophe. I'm Candice, and I was just sitting down to get ready to put together my June coloring plans for myself, and I thought, why not have you guys come along with me on this? I sometimes do coloring plans videos and sometimes don't. I find that when I plan out my month, I am more focused and get more done than when I don't. And I did have May planned out, but didn't get around to filming. And then I thought, it's silly to prepare everything so that I can show it to you when I could just prepare it with you. Wouldn't that be great? And then you can see how my thought process goes and how I make my coloring journal. So let's do that. I'm going to check the lighting and be right back. I'm filming during the day, which is rare for me. I usually film in the evenings after, I've done everything I can and my fatigue level is high and I'm ready to just sit down. But I'm taking a little break from playing with my chickens and I wanted to do this. And it's daylight, so there are some shadows, but I think the lighting is much better during the day than at night, don't you? So we're starting with June. This is my coloring plan book. It's a book, it's a notebook from Archer and Olive, and my months look a little different. And when I switched in the middle of the year last year, so I've been using this one for almost a year. They were fancy at first, and then they got less and less fancy. And then I just just phoning it in, just writing down the details. But that's kind of what it looks like. It makes sense to me. What I have been doing is having let's look at May, is having just a place where I can keep track of things, little scratch marks, buddy colors that I've got planned, pages that I know I'm going to do, maybe some pages I'd like to do. And then I start writing down. As I finish a page, I put the page, the book, who the buddy was, if so, and what I used. I also have little notes like UB for untouched book, which is a big deal for me. I'm really trying to get through my untouched books. I'm down to 25% of my collection's untouched, so I'm really working hard on that. So these were what I did in May, and then a final kind of tally, so it's easy notes for me to refer during the video. So I'm on June now, so let's do this. I wrote this in with, this is a super Crayola Super Tip kind of knockoff, not near as good, and I've been trying to use them up, so I've been using them for writing. I have a bunch of little tiny washi tapes that I got off of Wish a long time ago. And let's see, I'm really into strawberries this month because the strawberries in my area are ripe. So red is really calling to me. So let's look for, how about, that's kind of fun. Red shiny gold, like a rose gold. Let's try that. Okay, so what I like to do, I don't put too much effort into my journal. I would like to, but I just found I haven't had the time really, but I do like to make it so it's easier to see. So I just put this little washi tape there because I cannot draw a straight line. Not to save my life. And I do like lines like this. So, and then I kind of set it up like this. Finished pages. And as I finish them, I'll just check it off. And I did finish one already, so boink, just like that. That gives me so much serotonin. I love it. And then let's see, what did I put underneath that? I always like to look back. Oh, from Untouched Books. The one that I finished was a book I've already touched, so I won't put a little hash mark there. New to me artist. That's a new thing I've been tracking lately, because I want to try to branch out from my comfort zone and make sure that I'm trying new artists. And this was Rita Berman, so it wasn't a new to me artist. Purchased. I've been trying to keep track of what books I purchased that month. I don't do hauls because I only purchase one here and there. And so this is rarely accurate because when I do get one, sometimes I forget to mark it here. But that's another system that I'm also going to be auditing for mid-year auditing, and I'm going to do that with you too, the books that I have. Not in this video though. gifted. I had a book gifted to me in May, and you're going to be seeing that. And I had another one gifted to me in June, and you're going to be seeing that. Destashed. I didn't destash any in May. I'm down to pretty much the core books that I want to keep, but I do have a goal. Actually, I just found one that I am going to destash. But by the end of this year, if there's any still untouched, I'm going to destash them, because then I'm just not getting to them. Most of my books were purchased last year, so that would make them over a year old. And if I'm still not coloring in them, they don't need to be taking up valuable real estate. Okay. And then I usually put another piece of washi tape. So this is just one section here for me. And this is just where I hash marks throughout the month, just to keep track. And then I tend to rewrite it like I showed you in May. All right, and then I have another little chunk of information that I like to keep track of. The first is how many of these finished pages were in color by numbers, CBN. And this was Rita Berman, so it wasn't. How many of them are PDFs? And again, I just hash mark it. Boom, 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 boom. How many buddy colors? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, I actually did 5 buddy colors last month. Where did I put that underneath here? So I just keep track of how many buddy colors I did. And I do top myself out at 5 a month. In June, I have so many pages I want to get to that I'm probably even going to do less than 5 buddy colors, because I just have some pages that have been screaming at me lately. Buddy groups. I'm involved in 2 buddy groups, but periodically, and that's at Doodle Robot. Doodle Robots, she has a Daydreams coloring book group for Hannah Carlson's Daydreams, and they color a page in it every other month. I did not do last month's. The next one's going to be July then. You can get a hold of her at this hashtag on Instagram, and she can let you into that group if you would like to color in Daydreams. I'm not consistent with buddy groups. I don't do every month, but I do as I can. So I'll participate, like for, say, the Tropagoth with Christina's Art Corner. I'll pop into there sometimes. I'll do the full book hashtag of Color Annie Day. And that one I probably have written down because I write it down every month. I just haven't done it for a while. I did not write it down here because I knew I wasn't going to get to it in Mermay. But Coloring Annie Day with, well, now I want to tell you who it's with. So let's look it up. I know I did put it in April because I was going to do it in April. Color Annie Day. I just wrote Annie Day, figuring I'd look it up. I'm going to put it across the screen here. That's a fun hashtag. I think also Amanda Colors is doing that book, but these 2 ladies who I'm putting across the screen now started the full color book. I know it's Coloring with Kate, and it's hashtag Coloring Annie Day, spelled with the American way. And I know it's Coloring Kate and Coloring with Kate and somebody else. So I'll put it here. And they had that hashtag prior to Amanda doing the full coloring book too. So I've been joining in with the first one because I just absolutely love that book. So she's actually on my list for June. We'll get to her. Okay. Total books. Okay. So this is where a tally, total books, and this means in my collection. So I don't have a spreadsheet. I look at my computer screen a lot throughout the day, and I prefer paper. So I put everything in journals and books because that's where my happy place is. And I've also found that I don't retain information or learn very well from a computer screen. So every time I think I should really put my books into a spreadsheet because that would be much easier to track, I'm like, wait a minute, this is not a job. This is my hobby. And I equate those spreadsheets and stuff with work. So I actually write all my books, and all my books in this particular journal are in this journal, but I started from the back and went forward so I could keep adding. So here's the color by numbers, and they're crossed out because I'm moving them into another book because I'm doing my year-end audit, but I don't like the system I moved them to, so I'm going to start over, and I'm going to include you in it along with that process. So that'll be another video. But here's all my books, and I put, how many pages I've written them. I love the stickers that I use, and I mean, this is just pleasant for me to look at. But it needs to be redone. So I have, how much paper do I have left in this journal? I have this much paper. I could rewrite the books in here. It would take about, yeah, see, these are my books here. So if I rewrote them, it'd be most of this. And then, but so I've decided instead that I'm going to use this for more journaling, more months of journaling, because this will get me through the end of this year at least, and move my books to a book that's just books. But the book I started working in, I don't like. It's a journal. It's not an Archer and Olive, and I don't like it. So I'm going to move it to one of my Archer and Olives. I'm on their, every 3 months I get a box full of goodies that they send, and it's curated by them. And they have some really wonderful journals. I love their journals. So I have a bunch of them that I haven't written in, as we all do. So in case this isn't making sense, let's keep going. Total untouched. So what I'll do is I'll count all my books. This is how we got off on this tangent. I actually count. Now there's 5 a page, so I can go 5, 10, 15, 20. But sometimes I destash, and then that'll be 4. And I actually physically count all of my books every month. I kind of like it because it keeps me honest and keeps me real on how much I'm accumulating. Because I would buy them all, right? If I could afford it and if I had the room, but I don't. I'm a Buddhist nun that works part-time, and I live in a cabin in the woods, and I don't have time. I don't have money or space to accumulate everything. So I need to be very careful and curate what I accumulate and make sure they're books that I really, really want. So, so the Happy Meal that I have received from some of you, oh my gosh, I don't think I can ever express to you how much that means to me. Oh my goodness, I could never purchase some of these books. But anyway, we'll talk about that soon. I don't want to start crying now, the beginning of the video. And then we do total untouched. So I'll count all the books, and then I'll count all of the untouched ones. And then I get out my calculator. Oops, there's not going to be much room there. And I figure out the percentage left that are untouched. Now, because my books are kind of in a state mess, I did not do that in May. Did I do it in April? Because that's when I started moving them over. Doesn't look like. Oh, yeah. I had 21% in April. I was at 25% were untouched, but I also realized I was kind of cheating because I had some compilation books that I was counting as 1, when really there's like 5 books in there. So I've decided that I'm going to spread those out, because even though they're all in 1 book, there's still 5 separate books. So I'm going to count every book, even if it's in a collection. Like this was The Nice Little Town, 4 through 11. I have that book that's a collection, and I counted it as 1 book when it's really 7. So that's going to change my percentage some if I'm mathing right. Okay. So now we have that chunk of information. There we go. Okay. Then next I get into the buddy colors that I have. And I'm going to find me, I think, another pen. Hold on. Okay, how about this Thule Art pen? We're going to use, this is the extra fine. This is from the Earth Tone set. It's the only set I have. I wanted to try Thule Arts, and I know that Disney Migs loves them, so I asked her, and she recommended the Earth Tones, and it's fabulous. I love these colors so much. And yes, I want all the sets, but I think I'm not going to get the fine tip anymore. I know most folks like the fine tip, but it is so fine that I'm finding it rips papers sometimes, especially when these are juicy. And it's really hard to cover bigger spaces with this fine little tip. So I swapped out. I have an Amazon wish list, and I swapped out. I looked for all the sets I wanted, and I swapped out the extra fine for the regular tip, the rounder tip. I think that will work out better for me. But these fine tips are good for writing. So let's write something. Okay, we're gonna do our buddies. So right now, I know that we're gonna put buddies. Okay, so what buddies do I have? Hold on. Have you ever looked for your telephone and then realized it's right there? I was looking for my phone so I could look up my Instagram chats and make sure I get all my buddies correct. And actually, I'm filming on my phone. So I got my iPad. Smart. Okay. So let's put down our first one is going to be with Disney Meg's coloring. So Megan and I both have this book, Kawaii Town Coloring Book. This is a Jade Summer book, and this is my only Jade Summer book that I've ever had, Jade Summer. Crystal J. Liu and M. Wayne Miller are the artists for this one. These guys right here. I believe she's the illustrator and he's the inker, or this person's the inker. And I haven't done anything in this one. This has that weird, those mirrored matte covers that feel like they're dirty. I'm with a lot of you. I don't like to touch it. But I haven't colored in it. I thought it was really super cute when I saw it on people's flips. I didn't realize how big it is. It's a big book. So I haven't really dove into it. There was a couple we had looked at. Well, here's one that I'm wanting to do soon. I love this night scene, this night sushi teppanyaki. It's funny because teppanyaki is, octopus. It's octopus balls. Like not the balls of an octopus. Sorry. But like, fried balls, okay, we're just going to stop. It's octopus. And, but it's an octopus making octopus. So it's kind of gruesome in its own way. Anyway, this is one that I want to do. It's probably the next time I open up this book, I want to do this one. Megan and I are going to do this one. Otters are her favorite animal. It's her birthday month. So we're going to do this for her birthday, do her favorite otters. And it's really super cute. The water slide lab. I asked her twice because I'm like, are you sure? Because we just did a bunch of water in May and you want to do more water? She's like, yeah, but this is behind glass. It's different. And she's right. It's not oceans and mermaids. All right. So let's write this one down. We're going to do kawaii. And if it gets too shadowy here, I'll turn on a light. But it's kind of nice on the eyes just using natural light, isn't it? Kawaii Town. And it's the water slide lab. All right. That's our first one. Okay. So next I have Vengeful Forest. This is probably my favorite mythographic. Mythogoria. This is a gory coloring, and I absolutely love it. And I have 2 buddy colors in this one this month. One is a new friend, my new friend, Brooke. And here is Brooke's name on Instagram. You can find her there. And she just today finished hers. So I'm really excited. You're going to be seeing both of these on Instagram very soon because this is the page I'm currently working on. So I'll give you a sneak peek. This is killer bees. And yeah, it's gruesome. It's scary. I'll be finishing this in the next few days. I'm thinking about making the bees have skull heads. Wait till you see Brooke's. Her bees are just terrifying and actually kind of pretty, beautiful. So yeah, this one's getting close to being finished. Look at his eyes. Aren't they awful? Isn't it scary? Oh, I have to take breaks from coloring these and color something cute and then come back. So that is one. So let's write that down. And Brooke is, looking her up on my iPad. She is B-R-O-K-E, Brooke, ML 2693. All right. And we're in Vengeful Forest. And this is the, I'll just put Killer Bees. All right. This Mythogoria is, I find, I could color it in every month, and I almost do. This one's by Shelley Carroll, who is putting out a Mythographic this month. Or is it this month? No, this year. I think fall. Her Mythographic is coming out, and it's going to be a magical apothecary. And I love her art style so much, so I'm really excited about that Mythographic. Okay, the other one I'm doing in here is... I will find it. Hold on. Okay, this is my friend Paula, and I've done a few buddy colors with her. She's also in the Alien Worlds group that I run, and this is Coloring Mom, and I'll put her across there. And Paula and I are also horror coloring buffs. Love it. And we're going to be doing... I still really like that one. That was a fun one to do. I thought I put it, yes, I did. We're going to be doing this one, the Venus fly traps that actually have trapped people's fingers. Yikes. Trap people's fingers. Yeah. Paul, I'm going to be reaching out to you on Instagram because I need some help. I don't want to make it so obvious. You know, Venus flytraps are green, and then they're light green, and they're kind of pink on the inside. And I guess, yeah, oh my gosh, that one's got some teeth in it. I guess maybe that would make the most sense to do them realistically, because I do tend to do my colorings in here pretty realistically. I try to make them, I mean, that's pretty colorful and fanciful and all that gold, but I do try to, you know, make them scary. So I think that, yeah, I probably will. I gotta think about that one. Because to make it fun, I don't want to make it too obvious to make it fun for me. So, but this is Paula, and she is coloring, spelled the European way, Coloring Mum. And we're also doing Vengeful Forest, Mythogoria by Shelley Carroll, and we're doing the, what are those things called? Venus flytraps. Okay. That's 3 buddies I've got. All right. I have some more. Hold on. I have another buddy coming through. I'm chatting with them right now. So while we're deciding on that one, I think what I'm going to do is move on to the group buddies, coloring group buddies. I'm not going to, the Daydreams isn't this month. So let's do group buddies and hashtags. Let's put those together, I think. I'll probably end up going up here because I've gotten away from hashtags because I just have been coloring like a fiend, and I just haven't taken the time. And I like doing hashtags, so I haven't been taking the time to look them up and plan them, and I need to do that. But let's look at Annie Day. Now, I did figure out this is Axic Fumbles. As you know, I've put it on the screen by now. And Coloring with Kate. And they have, oh my gosh, and it's the hashtag, let's put it here, hashtag, and it's color, COLOR, Annie Day 2024. And I'm also, a goal of mine is I used to write down every hashtag that I might want to possibly do. And it was overwhelming. And it also meant there was a lot that weren't checked off at the end of the month because I wasn't ever going to do all of those. And it just wasn't very positive or supporting for me. So now I like to put just exactly what I think I will do. There's like 4 or 5 hashtags. And then I get to do that wonderful serotonin producing check, check, check. And so this is Annie Day. And I'm going in order just because I love this entire book. And this was the first one I did. Isn't she just so sweet? She's so sweet. Morgan O'Brien modeled her after his wife, but also made her into an aardvark, which I don't know why he sees his wife as an aardvark, but maybe she likes aardvarks. I started then seeing Axix Fumbles and Caitlin's pages, and they're so pretty that I started stepping up my game and doing some stenciling and stuff around, but there she is there. And I have another one in here that I did before I started doing the hashtag. This was a test page trying to test my mediums and chickens. And so I'm just going to do the next one in order. So this is where we see her friend the hedgehog, and she's drinking tea and reading. So that's going to be what I'm going to do in, and if anybody wants to do some of these that I've already planned with me as a buddy, that'd be great. So if you want to do this as a buddy with me, great. I just might not be taking any new pages because I have a lot of pages planned. So we're going to do, this is basically page 3. Page 3. Reading and tea. All right, look at us filling up our journal. I'm going to cover this up because these pens do get, do dry out a little bit. All right, how we doing there? So we got any day in. Okay. Let's look at Alien Worlds. It's right underneath us. Now, I do have a group, an Alien Worlds Instagram group. We have 26 people in there now. It is so much fun. I cannot express to you how much joy that group brings me. It's everybody you know and love is in there. And we're all, there's no rules, there's no timelines, no deadlines, no nothing. And we're just all explorers. We're the WOWSE is what I call it, WWAWSE. It's the Worldwide Alien World Space Explorers. Dabbler D came up with that. So we're the WOWSE group, and we're all space explorers of all different kinds. And this is a better picture for you. There you go. And we are totally nerding out in there. So we have space names. I'm Captain Catastrophe. We have ship names. Mine is the SS Close Call. We have specialties that we've given ourselves, and we are all over space. And we have home bases all over the Earth. So there's timelines or time zones from all over. So anytime you open up the Instagram group, someone's there. So it's like having a friend that you can just pick up the phone and call without actually having to talk on a phone. And you just open it up and you don't have to say anything. You can just read through the chat and just enjoy, or you can say stuff, or you can get support. Or, I mean, we've had two members in there have found enough courage and support to start their own YouTube channels. We've had 2 or 3 people that have never colored in this book before and are now just eating it up. We have folks who are experienced colorists who are, haven't colored a page in a couple months. They're just enjoying the camaraderie until they feel like coloring again. And basically what we say is we're explorers all on our own journey. So the only commonality right now is that we are all on the first planet. So it's like the first 15 or so pages of this book, and it's the Lost Paradise. So some people have outfitted their ships like this and introduced their ships with their ship name in the group. Some people, have worked on the inside of their ship and got the inside of their ship ready to go. Some of them, a couple of them have flown through here and there's a couple folks that have even done this. Several folks have flown through the asteroid belt, but some folks looked at this and was like, ugh, no. And so they sort of like skipped the asteroid belt and went straight to the planet. Some of us landed in this area first and got some data and reported data back to the group from this area. Quite a few people have looked up the solar giant and have sent back data to the group about the solar giant. There's quite a few apex predators. We have 1 sentient being so far, Amy Ward Art. She actually did the entire color along streaming, and you can find it on her YouTube page right here at Amy Ward Art, and you can follow along with her coloring of her sentient being. The one she found, I think, was purples and pinks, and then it spoke telepathically with these plant beings, and everything glowed. It was so cool. So cool. I am edging my way through the jungle, and I've just left the apex predator behind, and now I'm inching my way towards the sentient being. And I am I wasn't close enough to see her coloring yet, but I just caught glimpses of her coloring last night. So she's starting to come into focus for me. So this page, I will be exploring the sentient being and in June and sending back my data to the group. So let's write that one in. Honestly, we are having so much fun in that group. I don't know. Everybody has become my new friend. It's awesome. So this is the alien worlds. This is what you have to do. 2 acrylic pens. Alien worlds group. Another thing that you guys know, I'm giving tips here, is you want to keep water handy when you're using these pens and just dip them in every now and then take your coloring rag, of which I have lots of these, and kind of pull out the nib a little bit like that. See how I pulled the nib out? And just sort of wipe it off and then push it back in. That's really all it needs. And then just shake it again. And usually that's all it needs. AW group. Yeah, see now it's writing great. Sentient being. Some folks shy away from acrylic paint pens because they think they're a lot of work, but you know, that took like 5 seconds. That's all you have to do. Sentient being. Okay, so that's in there. All right. Let me look at my pile here and see what else I got going. Hold on. Okay, I'm on a little Hannah Carlson kick. So this is Daydreams. I own 3 Hannah Carlsons now, but only one did I purchase myself. So you guys are going to see some happy mail. This one I did. I got it for the Daydreams group that Doodle Robot runs. And I had a couple ideas of what I wanted to do in here. I did not do this month's page, but I didn't really care for this month's page, so I probably won't do it. This was something I did. This was the first page I did in here, and I was thinking about doing the opposite page, but looking at it, let me bring it out a little bit. Looking at it, I don't know. I don't know. It almost looks like it's more fall. So I think I'm going to take the bookmark out of this page and not do it. I'm trying. I like the look in Hannah Carlson of having both pages done, so I'm trying to do both pages when I pick a page, but I don't think I will. I think I'll just keep him like that. I do have this marked. What is this? Oh, it's this rabbit. I do like this rabbit a lot. It would be a night scene, and I liked it because of the carrots. See, I'm thinking summery fruits and vegetables, and that's kind of been my theme. So, and I really like those carrots in there. And I thought, so that's a good contender. I probably wouldn't also do this, but maybe. They don't really, I like to do them together, especially if the pages go together, but these pages look like they're very different. And then what else is marked in here? Oh, I marked it with a fancy, I actually made this bookmark. This is heavy cardstock, and that's a stamp that I have. That's all that. And then I colored it with alcohol markers, and this is more stamps, jellyfish and coral, and I colored it with alcohol markers. So I have night and I have day. I love this bookmark. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because of the berries. I have seen this one done so well, and yeah, I'm kind of thinking this. Honestly, the berries. I really want to do berries. And blackberries blackberries are right now, blackberries in Oregon. I'm in Oregon, United States. Blackberries are a noxious weed here. I know they're delicious, but they grow everywhere. If you don't stay on top of them, your entire property and your house will be covered in blackberries. They just grow throughout the forest. So the main reason you can't walk through a lot of forests is because it's just sheets of blackberries. However, they are delicious, right? And I also pick the leaves and dehydrate them and make tea. So I let the blackberries grow, but I try to keep them trimmed up so they don't take over my world. And I pick them every year. And because they grow, I mean, you can watch them grow. They grow feet in a month. They just take over. And they're sharp and pointy and nothing kills them. But they're delicious. And the blackberries right now that I have growing in my yard, because I've been sick, I haven't been really caring for the property as much. So I have a lot of blackberries growing. they've got green berries on them. So I'm going to wait till fall to get to tackle them because I'm going to eat those berries. So as soon as they turn black, So I think in preparation for the blackberries, yeah, I'm going to do this one and keep my fancy bookmark in there. So now we're getting into planned pages. So we need to actually create that over here. So I'm at my coloring table, so you're going to see stuff falling all over the place. Let's do planned pages. This is not a buddy. But then again, if you see something that I'm doing that you want to do with me, I would absolutely love to do a buddy with you. So if you want to do this berry page, tackle me on Instagram, and I would be happy to. It would be fun to color it with you. I warn you, that's going to take all month. That's a lot of berries. Okay, planned pages. We're going to do daydreams. Hannah Carlson, and we're doing the blackberries. And this is not an untouched book, okay. All right, while we're on Hannah Carlson, let's look at seasons. I'm sitting down at my coffee table, which is my coloring space. And my books fell over, so you're going to hear my voice get far away and close and far away and close. Now, Seasons was a gift. Seasons was a gift from my good friend, Sarah Simi. She has sent me a few things. Oh, I just love this woman. She's such a wonderful human being. And she sent me this book in April. And I stood in the parking lot of the post office and cried. And we went through this book together on in one of my completed pages videos, I think. And because I immediately in April colored a page, which I like to do when I get a new book. Look, it's crinkly because I did this one. I did these two, which I go over in my April completed pages. So if you'd like to look at that and see, how I completely overworked this page. I was trying for an effect I couldn't get, so I just kept changing direction, and that's perfectly fine. Even if it's a brand new book someone gave you, you can't ruin pages. There's always a medium that can go over whatever you've put on there. There's probably 7 layers of stuff on this page because I just couldn't get it the way I wanted it to, and now it's not bad. It's not bad. But I want to do another one in here, and I have something marked. I want to use a lighter hand in here. Oh, strawberries. This is a double page spread. And it's more berries. Check it out. Strawberry. She's a strawberry girl. Don't you see her with like reddish face and freckles? And oh my gosh. I was thinking maybe green hair, but those are green leaves. So probably not. Probably orange hair or something like that. Maybe. I don't know. Check it out. And there's little bee. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at the caterpillar. Yes. So a double page spread of strawberries. Yes. My friend Sarah, I'm going to do this one for June. I'm so excited. It may take me 2 months. It may take June and July. But, oh, yes. I'm so excited. Okay. So let's put that one down in our planned pages. This is Seasons. I love this book. Hannah Carlson. And we're doing the double page, D-O-U-B-L-E, double page Strawberry Girl. Okay. Do you guys have this book? I know a lot of you do. It's a really, really nice one. It is all the seasons, like here's winter, but it's just, it's one of her better ones, I think. It's just gorgeous. I could do every single page in it. So if any of you want to do this Strawberry Girl with me, hit me up. Again, it may take 2 months because this is a lot. And I think, I can't use alcohol marker to base these. So, I love this one too. I thought about this one, but I'll do this one later this summer. I might try my Albrecht Dürs again. As you know, I've struggled with it, but they've got some beautiful colors. So, all right, seasons. Then I have to show you this. Look, look, look. This was a gift and another post office parking lot crying moment. So as a nun, I'm bald and I wear robes, so I'm already weird looking. And then to stand clutching a package in the parking lot of the post office, like at 7 o'clock at night or 7:30, whenever it is I go through there, bawling. Yeah, people are pretty used to me being strange. This is a gift from my friend Tammy Niebling on Instagram. This is Tammy Colors Too. You all know Tammy Colors Too from YouTube. Oh, she sent me this, and it's just, I loved this one because, I mean, Hannah Carlson is always so magical and witchy, isn't she? But this one is particularly magical and witchy. Her Tales from the Forest Kingdom. I know, oh, look at that flower, girl. Oh, I'm surprised I didn't mark that one. I have one marked in here, though. Wow. It's just, they're doable. They're gorgeous. Oh. Some of the, I thought about this one too, but for some reason, mushrooms, although we have mushrooms growing right now, mushrooms to me always feel like fall. But look at this caterpillar looking at the sleeping. Oh my gosh, you guys have to see that. The sleeping mouse. Oh, he's so cute. Oh, so pretty. So majestic. This woman she's holding a beetle. I'd love to do a lot of metals on her and then I've seen a lot of you do this one and kind of in metallics and stuff. I feel like it's metal. I'd love to make it like it's opening up to the night sky though. That'd be cool if I could figure that out, how to do that. Here's the one. Oh my goodness, did I pick another double page spread? I did. I might have to, no, there's no way I can do just one. Because there's a frog king in this one. That's going to be a lot if I'm going to do that double page strawberry one. Let's keep looking just in case. Maybe I should pick something a little bit easier since I've got some big pages coming up. But I have gotten a good start. These ones where the portraits are looking at each other, I think they're so interesting and neat. But I would want to have a really fun idea for it, you know, like opposites or, you know, something to make them look like interesting. Oh, her with the bird. Oh, that's really neat. Oh, the bird has a little ring on and yeah, a jewel. Oh gosh, these are all great, aren't they? Here's a little fairy house. This looks like Tatiana Bogema-Stolova, doesn't it? I do have one of hers planned this month too. Now this one's cool. It's a double page spread. Oh my gosh, how do you decide? Oh, that's beautiful. How do you decide? Now this looks like fallish, winterish to me, right? Like the deer. I have always loved this picture though. Do you guys look up hashtags for these pictures and to find inspiration or not? Oh, I like this too, and it's another double page spread, but it's so cool. Look at another cute caterpillar. I'm really drawn to these caterpillars. Oh, there's a big caterpillar. Because, you know, I feel like if I look up inspiration, I might then have a hard time thinking of something else. Sometimes when I look at people's pictures, I inadvertently color my picture like theirs. I've done it more than once. Oh, look at her with those rabbits. Oh, she's a star child with little rabbits. See, now these two, I think, go together. So I would try to do them together, which then gives you 2 pages done in a book. I love doing metals. I didn't like doing metals when I didn't know how to do them, but I have a combination in my Polychromos pencils, which to me are my favorite pencils. I don't have Prismacolors. I can't use soft pencils. I have arthritis. and I can't really use them because they require pressure. And plus, they break a lot. I just can't invest in something like that breaks. So what I do, but I love their coloring. But I am in love with polychromos because you don't have to use any pressure at all. So cool this is. Oh, I think this one's neat. I've seen a few of you do this one too with the snake. So I would use just polychromos only basically as my pencil, except I only have 24 of them. I have this set. This is all I have. And I got a big Amazon gift card for something. I can't remember now. I think it was Christmas. And I wanted to get the 120 of the polychromos. This is all I have. Look, some of them are getting really small, the black and the brown. But instead, I got the Albrecht Dürers, thinking I could save for more polychromos later, but I really wanted those Albrecht Dürers, and I wish I'd flip-flopped it because I'm struggling with the Albrecht Dürers, and they are softer, so they're not firm, they're not hard like this, so I really want to only use them as watercolor. I don't enjoy using them dry. But it's funny, there's only, well, it must be 36 in here, right? I keep bumping the camera, I'm sorry. It looks like more than 24, I can't count. But might be 48, but it's very well curated because I color a ton of things with this little tiny set of colors. I use this more than the 300 color set I have, and I have a big Black Widow set as well. My second favorite that I have in budget pencils are my Speer Farbens. Those are fantastic, but I just use these a lot. So someday I will get more. But right now, and it's portable in this case, so. Anyway, snake. That one will be soon, but not this month. This one reminds me of winter for some reason, and I don't know why. Did you guys hear Denise Klitt is going to be having a new one coming out in 2025? It's going to be goblins. These guys reminded me of them because her goblins have great big ears. I'm excited. Oh, there's probably a goblin or a troll. I love this page, and I thought about this one for summer too. And this is neat. Maybe I'll put bookmark there. Let's see. More rabbits. She does like her rabbits, doesn't she? Rabbits with crowns. Maybe these are the rabbits that the other lady was holding. Now, this snail lady I love, but I'm actually going to be doing a snail lady, a snail fairy picture from Denise Coloring Arts Etsy shop. So I'm not going to do this one this month because I'm doing another one that's very similar. This would be fun with some light play. Oh, she's so adorable. Look at her cute face. Oh, her expression is great. Oh, she's a doll. This one I thought of. There's that mouse again, and he's playing a banjo for some fairies. Oh, that is cute. Oh, and they've got black. Okay, this is the one we're doing. Look. He's got blackberry in a basket, just two. Two blackberries in a basket. All right, this is how we're getting away with doing a mushroom in summer. Yeah, those. All right, let's finish looking through this book though, because it's just so gorgeous, isn't it? There's a moth. Her frogs are so great, aren't they? Oof, that is so fancy. Fancy. And the skull, the bird skull, love it. This one is very cool. It's probably not going to be top of my list anytime soon. Wow, that's a lot. These unicorns. Oh, and again, I love her wolfies. Look at that. Oh, is she so talented or what? This I really like because look, it's a mouse and a lizard looking into the water, and there's stars. It's like our stars being born or stars falling into the water. So it's a night scene. And then over here, or stars, I kind of like the idea that stars are bubbling up and they're coming from this fish. So I would do these two together to kind of show that these are what's in here causing the stars, but he's dropping stars. So maybe he's feeding the fish stars. There you go. Maybe he's dropping stars into the water and this fish eats stars. Okay, that's a cool story. I like that story. This will be fun. Lots of light play with the stars and the lantern. I may have to do that one next. This is a neat page. And these look like they could almost be sunflowers. So yeah, this is definitely summery, a summer night page. I'm a seasonal colorist if you can't tell. Look at this. Oh, her birds. She loves birds. Oh, this is the one I was thinking of, the troll one. Isn't that sweet? This whole book is just her most magical book, I think. I love this page and almost picked this one, but it really is, I mean, these don't have to be Christmas lights. It could be they're just putting lights up, right? But I want to do them as Christmas lights, so I'm going to hold off on this one. Look at that. She's conjuring up stars. Look at her face. Oh, I love her face too. The funny thing is I didn't think I liked Hannah Carlson because her people are so strange. And then I got my first book, and then I colored a page, and then I got it. You have to color Hannah Carlson to understand how talented she is and how amazing she is. And now she's one of my favorite, which is interesting because I usually don't pick double-sided books as favorite books because my favorite medium to use is alcohol markers. And I can't use them in here. Oh, this is interesting. But these pages are worth it for me to stretch the limits of my knowledge and to try to find new ways to enjoy coloring that don't involve bleed through mediums because these pages are so amazing. I love this page. I've always loved this page. They're out catching stars. And the rabbits in pajamas. I think they're both in pajamas. See, I would probably do these two together. Oh, neat, 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 neat. Oh, neat. And this candle's so awesome. Okay, so the one we're doing in here is this one. One page. That's better because I've got that double page in the other one. We're doing this one with the blackberries. So what are we going to call this? Banjo playing mouse or rat. Banjo playing rat, probably. Okay. Let's put that aside. Let's write it in. And Tammy, I don't know what to say. You are such a dear friend to me. You are such a dear friend. Just know you are loved. Tales from the Forest Kingdom. Hannah Carlson. And this is going to be, what did I call it? Banjo playing, I think those are rats. Banjo playing rat. Okay. All right. Look what we're hustling. We're hustling. Let me see if my friend has gotten back to me yet. Hold on. Okay, so I have a whip that I want to finish, and I'm having to go back and look and find out when it was. Was it in April? Let's see. It's with Coloring Bumblebee again with Paula. Yeah, we set it up for April and then bumped it to May, and then we didn't even talk about it in May. And here it is June, and I really feel like I need to finish it. Both of us lost interest in the page, which is interesting. I don't have a single page that I can think of that I completely lost interest, but I did in this one. This book, Tarot Coloring. Now this is one of the books that I use in my video series, hashtag Color the Tarot. And a lot of you are participating in those. I hope you're enjoying yourself. The most recent one I put out as of today, June 4th, was last week I put out the Wheel of Fortune, which is a really fun video because the compilation reel of all of your pictures is getting so long. I'm having so much fun. I swear I watched it about 5 times in a row. Not the whole video, just that part, because I love seeing your pages. Love, love, love. And I also realized there were some of mine that I had never posted and put the hashtag on. So I'm going through and making sure I'm posting mine so I can get them all. Like this one was not posted. This is the Magician. And, but I took a picture and I'm going to be posting it today to Instagram, and this one, because I use Instagram as, kind kind of a repository of all my pictures so that I can find them again, of all my pages. And so these two will be added to the compilation reel. This one's already there. But Paula and I, she gave me a couple choices and we chose this one, which is the sun. But we both got tired of the page and we just couldn't finish it. And I don't know what it is about the page, why I don't, at this point, I mean, this is all based. So yeah, it's kind of flat. And I've tried to add some sparkle and some different unexpectedness to it. But I don't know if it's flowers, leaves, and a giant bee. And there's just something boring about it. But we both just sort of couldn't get into it. Now, it was early spring, and maybe we just both couldn't get into this summer page. So I figure it's June and I need to finish it. I don't like having whips. So Paula, I'm going to finish this one this month. Put paper in there. So this is Alexis E. Thompson. I absolutely love the book. The book's fantastic. And don't feel pressured, my friend, to do it if you don't want to. Coloring should never be a job, folks. It should always be joy. So if something isn't bringing you joy, don't do it. It's okay to walk away from a page. You have a bazillion books. I know you do. And you'll never get all those pages colored in your lifetime. So life is too short and you have too many other wonderful pages to waste another moment on a page that's not bringing you joy. So don't do it. Just walk away and it's not a failure. The sun, and this is with coloring. Wait, this isn't Paula, is it? Hold on, let me get my people straight. It's coloring Bumblebee. It's not who I thought it was. So, Coloruring. Oh, so this should be under buddies, shouldn't it? Yeah, let's just leave Tarot the Sun there. It's a planned page I'm going to do, but we got to do it down here, don't we? Okay, this is, let me get you in there. At Coloring Bumblebee, coloring dot Bumblebee, right? Is that her handle? Yep. Oh, nope, it's coloring with a U, though. For us silly Americans, I always have to double check that. COLOURING dot Bumblebee. And we're going to do the sun. And that's in the tarot coloring book. I'll remember that. That's been a whip forever. Okay, so that's over here. I wonder if I should... yeah, I'm going to take it off of here. Because it's still a buddy. I guess I was thinking it's more of a plan page now because our buddy's sort of fallen apart on that one. But, hon, if you still want to do it, my friend, yes, I'm definitely going to be working on it because there's not a lot left. I just need to bust it out, I think. And I might not have finished it at all if it wasn't in this book, but I really want to complete anything I start in this book because this is a book I use for my videos, and I really love this book, and I love this artist. So it's not that I don't want to do it. It's just I somehow lost my mojo on that one. Okay. My friend... okay, I have a surprise for you. My sweet, sweet, sweet friend Cindy. She's at Mindful Griff here on Instagram. And I have to show you what she got me. Look at it. I was blown away. Yet another crying scene. I knew this one was coming. She had sent it in my videos. I often have in my description, of course, there's a link to an Amazon wish list like we all have. But I have my post office box address in case you ever just want to send me a card or something. I love getting snail mail. And I love sending cards out. So if you want a card, leave me your address and I'll send you a card. But I didn't have it, I think, in the video she was watching or what have you. Anyway, what she did was there's this thing on Amazon and you get I received an email saying, you know, Cindy has a gift for you. Please accept, press accept. So and so I pressed accept on my email and it brought it up and it was this. And it says, this will be sent to you. And I guess somehow clicking on that email triggers Amazon to then send the gift to you. So you're not actually in Amazon. It's in your email, which is very cool. And she did that because she didn't have my address. So she couldn't just send something to me. And this wasn't on my wish list because it had just come out. So I didn't have a chance to put it on my wish list. All that being said, she went to a lot of effort to get this to me. And people, I know you're with me on this. This is Joseph Kattenbang's best work so far. This is like Kirby's Alien Worlds. This is a swan song book. This book is flippin' amazing. It's also, I think it's my favorite mythographic. Cosmic Tarot is my very favorite mythographic. Not Tarot, Cosmic Spirit, Fabiana Attanasio. But this one, it's at least tied. And everybody's done a flip through of it because it is such an amazing book. So if you're burnt out on all the mythographics that are being shoved down our throats, or you've never had a mythographic, you need this one. I don't usually push books, but there's something extremely special about this book. And that's why there's probably 15, 20 flips on YouTube of this book because it is so unbelievable. I mean, you see it in the flips, but then you see it in person and it's like, Joseph, what? It's like he took all of our suggestions and everything everybody wanted and he just, I don't know, he took his artwork to another level. He refined it. It's easy to see what's happening even though it's still detailed. It's not difficult to color. The lines all connect. The people, he has really, really fine-tuned the way he does people. It's just, his animals are as realistic as Kirby's are. It's just so freaking good. And I have this one marked because this one is really calling to me, even though we just did a bunch of ocean stuff. But underwater ocean stuff are my favorite pages to color. So I will always do underwater stuff. I have ideas for this already. I kind of know how I want it to look. I've seen a finished page of this and it was gorgeous. And I'm so excited that people are doing this page. So I do have, my problem in here is I don't know which one to do because they're all so good. And I've heard many of you say the same thing. But Cindy and I are going to do a buddy in here. So I'm waiting to hear back from her. Cindy, I love this one. And I love you, honey. I love you. Thank you. I marked this one as a maybe, but I think I'll hold off on this one because oh my gosh, look, they're riding in a river, rafting a river in donuts. Red pandas rafting a river in donuts with one of them underneath playing. I mean, yes, please, more of this. I just saw this one finished and it was stunning. Gorgeous. Look, I mean, just look at what Joseph is doing with eyes and gaze and faces. And look at that bird. It looks like it's, I mean, come on. This is another level, Mr. Kattenbang. This is unbelievable. Have you seen him on his Instagram stuff? He's so young. Look at that. I know some folks that are doing this one this month that have picked this one out. Anyway, I know you've seen all this. There's always something on top of a turtle. And I know I said if I saw one more of those, I was going to throw the book across the room. But it's a sand castle. When have you seen a sand castle on the back of a turtle? I think it's great. I just saw this one done, too. And it's beautiful. I wish I could remember all the people that I see, and I'm sorry. This one's gorgeous. I mean, all of them. This one I think is very striking. This banyan tree on a water buffalo. This reminds me of India. It's just gorgeous. And then the light coming through. And look, he's made it already for you so that there's a break. I mean, he's made it so it'll be very easy to color this and make it look like it's light streaks coming through. It's just stunning. I mean, and Cindy, what a wonderful gift. This one, oh, this one really called to me as well. Can't you? I mean, this is a rainbow and a rock. That's an elephant. And then sailboats. I mean, are my shadows getting too deep? Should I turn on some lights? Now, I probably would have chosen this one to do, except I'm doing a bee one already, even though they are killer bees and it's terrifying. So I'm not going to do this one this month, but she's swimming in honey. It's a vat of honey. She's rowing in honey. I love it. Everybody likes flamingos. But isn't that neat? And this little person is so precious. So precious. And I feel like I'm not huge on coloring people, but I feel like his people are so little compared to everything else usually. And they're simplified enough that I don't feel like I need to make them super realistic. Now this one I don't understand. This is the only page. And if any of you can tell me what's happening here, there is yarn and a yarn ball. And the yarn ball goes kind of around the cat. But then what's happening with the arm there? Like, are we insinuating that the cat's made of yarn too? It's not the same yarn. I don't know that I really understand this one. A hermit crab with a beach house. Yes. And I think I've been trying to figure out what this is. This is the other page that I'm not sure what's happening. Most of all the other ones in here are so crystal clear. And look at all these tiny, tiny dots. Wow. We spent a lot of time on this one. I think it might be a water slide. What do you guys think this is? This is the other one. Now, I know that Cindy said this is one of her favorites, and so I'm kind of leaning that it will be our buddy, I think. I love this page, and I know many of you love it too. Look at it's a boy laying down counting sheep of clouds in a field. It's just gorgeous. It's one of my favorites in the whole book. And I have some ideas on how I do it. So I'm pretty sure we're going to choose this one, but we'll see. I know you've seen flip throughs, so we can scoot through this. This is another favorite of mine. The girl sleeping in the ocean with the otters there. It's adorable. Disney Megs, look, otters. I could see you doing this, and beautifully too. I had marked this one because it was fruit and it was a summery fruit. It's a watermelon, and I thought, wouldn't that be fun? But then I felt like I didn't really. I still struggle with pandas because they're black and white, and I don't really know how to do them. So I don't think I'm going to pick this one for this month. But and then what else do I have marked in here? Oh yeah, because strawberries, right? And look. Summer girl, it's a drink, it's polar bears on top of ice. And I'm going to keep a bookmark on this one because I just think that is so cool. Look, there's giant orange there. I would have so much fun with that orange. And even though I tend to shy away from polar bears too, I think we can do something with them. All the glass on the ice, it will be really challenging and lots of fun. Yeah, I'm going to leave this one in. So for summer, that's nice. So, Cindy, I love you so much. And thank you. Thank you for this. If you watch this before we get a chance to talk, yes, I'm interested in this one. I'm interested in the sheep one and interested in, I don't think I want to do this one this month. Because we just did so much ocean that I think I'm going to take a break from the waves for a minute. I know the other one we talked about was the hippopotami. This one, hippopotamuses, and the water slide. It's another favorite. So if you feel strongly about that one, there's that one too. But I'm really leaning towards, as a buddy, leaning towards this one. I just want to do color. You know, I really, really, really want to try to do pastels. I know I say that and it never becomes out pastels because I'm not a pastels, like the color pastels. I'm a bright color person. But wouldn't pastel different colored sheet be just so precious? So let me know, Cindy, and anyone else who wants to do a buddy, if you've got this, if you'd like to do a buddy with me. Okay, so I'm going to put this under buddies, and I'm going to put Mindful Griff, my friend Cindy, and I'm just going to put, let's see, just going to put Wild Summer, and then we'll choose the page tonight or tomorrow. I'm sure. We talk plenty. We talk lots. Okay, what else do I have here that was a maybe? All right. Mouse guard. Okay, I lucked out when I got this mouse guard. I got it off of Amazon of all places, but now you can pretty much only find it on eBay. Once in a while, a copy will show up on Amazon. If you're looking for mouse guard, let me know, because I find it here and there. I found one recently for $35 on eBay. It wasn't free shipping though. So if you were outside of whatever, I think it was from the United States, but if you're outside of that, the shipping was pretty astronomical. There's one on there right now as of June 4th for $68 with free shipping. If that seems worthwhile to you, but usually they're around $80 and that's too much for a book. So I tried to look for them for less. Found one last year for in the 20s and a friend of mine scooped that up. Sometimes you can find them in used bookstores. Just look all over. A good way to Google search for them is to put in the ISBN number, and then it'll bring up every single website that has this ISBN number, and you can try to find it. It's never on things like Book Outlet, no. Abe Books has them, but for stupidly expensive, like over $100. They call it some sort of vintage book. So, yeah, just keep your eye out for this. But they do show up now and then. It is out of print. But I have only done one in here. And believe it or not, I did this with Crayola Super Tips, and I had a blast. They are fantastic on this paper. And I'm not a fan of water-based markers, but they were great. And I was just learning how to use my polychromos, so there's some pencil over the top. I think the background is pencil. I didn't really know how to use them yet, so this was a practice page for me. But I like how it turned out. This is Selena, the mouse of Mouse Guard, and if you're interested in Mouse Guard at all, David Peterson, he writes them. They were graphic novels, and then he just happened to put this coloring book out, and it's been a huge hit a long time ago. When was it? I'm looking at the info, 2016. But his graphic novels are totally available, and they're free on Kindle. So if you have the Kindle app, you can go to Amazon, look up Mouse Guard coloring book, and from the drop down, pick Kindle as the format, and they're free. And they've been free for years. So I download them and look at them and read them. They're great stories. And this coloring book are scenes from several of them. It's not just one book. He has several books, and these are clips from all of them. So I usually find this in the graphic novel and then color it like it is. So Selena always has a cape on, and it's always this bright blue. He is a blondish looking mouse. So it's fun to actually to look through the book and find the pages, to look through one of his books. I think these are images from a couple of his books. It doesn't say which books, I don't think. So you kind of have to hunt. Yeah, it's a series. So this is from all of a series. So I'm just going to do this in order because this is a precious book, and that's kind of what I do with precious books, which works because the next one is here. She is an old witch mouse, and she has some secrets, and she and Selena hook up and make an epic journey together. And I chose this one because of the little foods and stuff. I chose this one because it's number 2, but still it works because it's got food and things. It's got fruit. There's some, I thought that was an apple, but it might be pomegranate. I'm not sure. I did have some bleed through here, and that's because I went real heavy with the red on that side. So it did bleed through a tiny bit, but I can cover that up. Everything else is great. So yeah, it looks like the only shadowing was from that red. And then the next one is this one. This is the original mouse that had the black axe. So the black axe is a big part of the story. We're trying to get this black axe. And this was the last holder of it. And he shipwrecked on an island, and that's where they're going to try to find him. So that'll be the next one I color. This book is super, super phenomenal. It's just... yeah, it's the non-colored version. See, he's a graphic artist. So here's a whole scene from one of his books. I love this scene in the book when he comes upon the Weasel King. It's a great, great scene in the book. So yeah, and his coloring is beautiful. So I definitely recommend just reading those books for free on your Kindle app. But that's, she's in the works. So, and I've been meaning to do her for months and months. So it's happening. So plan pages. Mouse Guard. Page 2. She has a name and I forget her name. I'll have to look it up. She's the witch mouse. Okay. All right. Now, Beauty of Horror Tarot. This is a book I want to finish. Look how thick it is. But it's just because they're simple, fun. I love every page. I love this book. I love everything about this. And I know some of you have this as a favorite book as well. And I've just started, because I do the Color of Tarot series, and this is one of the books I use to illustrate it. I just started at the beginning. Wait, the Fool. The Fool's the beginning. I started with the Fool, and I've done the Magician. And then I think I petered out, so I missed the High Priestess. I didn't do the Empress, which I think might be the one I do this month, Juliana. And the meanings are on the back of the page, and they're very tongue-in-cheek and humorous. It's a great book. He has a tarot card deck that's already colored and made, and it comes in this really cool wooden box, and it's very, very cool. And then these are the cards from it, but they're on fantastic paper, typical of Beauty of Horror. Ellen Robert. I always put an S on the end of his name. He always uses fantastic paper. The Lovers is such a great page. Several of you did the Lovers, and I thought that was really awesome. I did the Chariot as a buddy with Tammy. My dear friend Tammy, just last month, I think it was. So I'm looking to do another one, and I don't care which one it is. I like them all. I think the whole tarot's in here. So if anybody wants to do one out of here, they're fast, they're small, they're easy. This was all acrylic paint pen. They're basically one-sided, so you can use your alcohol markers if you want. This was all pencil, of which you guys probably know I hated my life choices halfway through this page, but I love how it turned out. Won't do that again. I need to base it in something. And this was based, this is some sort of water-based markers with pencil on top. So yeah, if you've got something you want to do, I kind of want to do the serial killer one. And what I mean by serial killer is, I think it's the Hermit, yes. The Hermit, he did as a serial killer. It's like a butcher. And here's, the dead people he's killed, and kind of want to do that one. So if anybody would like to dip into their giant, thick, very heavy Beauty of Horror Tarot book, let me know, because I'm definitely going to do something in that one. So we're just going to write down Beauty of Tarot. Tarot, whatever you say. Yep. Because I'm feeling like I haven't done any tarot pages for a while, and I'm feeling like doing them. Then we have, we had a maybe, and I'm going to bring it out but I don't know if it's going to make it, because I have some really intricate pages this month. Fantastic Worlds, Alessandra Fusi. Now, she's a mythographic artist, as many of you know, but she's not our favorite, right? everybody's like, oh, she's such a great artist, but her drawings are so busy. And sometimes the lines don't connect. They're very difficult to color. You know, we collect her books. We love her books. We love to look at them, but they're so hard to color that they're not most of our favorites. However, then she does this book. It's like, why don't you draw like this in Mythographic? This is 2023. And it's fantastic. It's fantastic. It like makes all kinds of sense. It's like, why? This is so good. Why don't you do this for Mythographic? And I was even having a hard time like picking a page. It's just like, it's amazing. There's enough space in the backgrounds to do really fun backgrounds, and yet there's enough detail in flowers and bees and things. It's very realistic, and her magical creatures are very cool looking. Like, this is awesome. If she did her Mythographics like this, they would be some of my favorites. I mean, it's just, they're great. Like Dreamweaver, every page in here is a double page spread. So it's a big deal. It's a little bit of an undertaking, but they're not so detailed. Like, you could use pastels, you could use something that covers inks, you could use something that covers big spaces. Looks like I marked this one. I really like this dragon. The dragon's got himself wrapped around a tower, and then his tail comes up over here. And then this is a lily pond, which I love to color lilies. And then some, I don't know, begonias or something around here. I just think this is really cool. Very cool. And I haven't done a flip through on my channel with this. There are flip throughs out there though. And I hate saying, well, if you'd like a flip through, just ask me, but I don't want this video to get too long. Because it annoys me when other people say that, because I'm like, yes, of course I want to flip through. I want to see all the things. But, oh, this is another cool dragon one. Now this one's a little more detailed. Actually, that kind of looks like a dinosaur, doesn't it? It is, maybe. I don't know. This one's got a lot of crystals. I was asked to show how I color crystals. However, how I color crystals are with alcohol markers. Can't use alcohol markers in this book. So that's another deterrent for me, is that I would want to use alcohol markers. But probably what I would end up using would be paint. Like gouache, probably, because these are huge spaces. This one is cool, but I need someone to tell me what's happening with her body. Okay, so she's partly out of the water, right? So she's leaning over, and she's got an arm here and then an arm underneath that comes out with her hand there. But what is this? I thought that was a knee, but then what is this giant snake thing? She doesn't have legs. Or is there a giant snake thing under her dress? Which, if that's the case, this is a very different picture. So I don't know what's happening here. I like to think that she is like part giant snake thing, but this looks like a bended knee, like she's sitting. And I don't understand her posture or her pose then, because it looks like she's bending over. Someone explain this to me, okay? I don't want it to be that there's a snake under her dress. I don't want it to be that. Because I really want to color that page. Anyway, the other one I have marked, what did I mark? Oh, I think I like this one better. Look at her. Isn't she cool? She is cool. She's like a cheeky fairy. I think what paused me on this, though, is I have done so many trees in Vengeful Forest that I wasn't wanting to do another tree. But it sure would be easy, wouldn't it? And these are like orchids. This would not be a hard one to do at all, really. None of them are, because they're big spaces. Like, look at that merman. I had him marked for mermaid, but I didn't get to him. And now I'm kind of burnt on mermaids right now. Neat. This is a big maybe, because I have so much going on with other... This dragon is cool, though. I don't know. I don't know if I want to put this book on the list or not. Because I have those other... I have quite a few double... Oh, look at her. This is another one of my favorites. For me, it's almost easier to do detailed pages rather than pages with big spaces, because I don't know what to do with the big spaces if I can't. If I have to be careful with bleeding through. See, here's where I start getting in gray areas, and then I get too many on my list. But I've had this one on my list before and have not put, and it is untouched. So let's put Fantastic Worlds with a question mark, and it's an untouched book. I want to make a note. Are any of these others untouched? Let's see. Tales from the Forest Kingdom is untouched because it's brand new. And Wild Summer's untouched. Quiet Town's untouched. It's not as many as I have been trying to do. All right. I do have also the hashtag. I don't have that book with me because I put it away. I'll have to go get it. Hold on. All right. So I said, hold on a minute, and I'd go get the rest of my things. It's now 3 days later. I got in a coloring mood, and I have just been coloring like crazy. So I've already finished a couple of the things that I showed you, so I'm very excited. But let's finish up this June plans video first. And then my next video that will be coming out will be the May finished pages. So I'm just in a crazy coloring mood right now. So I have this tiny little book from my friend Sarah, who gave it to me, Sarah Sini. And it is an adorable little, it's got some of my dog's hair on it, pocket-sized book. This is at Sarah Simi Bonham. I'm putting her name across the screen. She's the one who gave this to me. And I just love coloring in this. I get to have all kinds of fun. It takes me maybe 10 minutes to do a page, and it's just lots of color. And it's a nice break from some of the big stuff I'm doing. So I was going to go in order, but I did find one in here that reminded me of a berry. And you know, I'm really into the berries. Doesn't she look like she could be colored like a strawberry? So I think I'm going to make her my strawberry girl in this book, and I'm definitely going to do her. And these are so quick and easy and so much fun that I often end up doing another one. So I might go back and do it in order again and do this one next, because that's very summery too. But she just, for some reason, maybe it's her polka dotted dress or something, but the flowers in her hair, I just think I could color her like a strawberry, and it would be a lot of fun. So I'm going to do that one in miniatures, coloring book of flowers and faces. So let's make sure we write that down, because we're doing our coloring journal. And I got my red Posca. So we're doing miniatures. I didn't shake it very good. This is Amanda Kastner who does this book. Amanda Kastner. And we're doing a strawberry girl. I'm having so much fun doing strawberries. Right now I'm working on this double page and seasons with the strawberries, and I found another page further on in the book that was just a single side, but I really wanted to do that double page, and it's coming along really quick and really fun. So I think I'm starting to get strawberries down. My goal of this month is to learn to do strawberries and blackberries. I decided I'm not going to do the Fantastic Worlds. I know that was a question mark. I decided I'm not going to do it. There's just too many other things that I need to be doing. And I did finish this one right here, the Waterside Lab from Disney Megs from Kauai Town. And I'm almost done with the Killer Bees one. So things are coming along. If I get through all this stuff, which I probably won't, but if I do, I have a couple of really long-term whips that I've lost interest in that I might go back and do, and that would be fun to get those done. Okay, what's left is PDFs. So let's look at a few PDFs. First off, what do I have here? I have Denise Coloring Art. Now, Denise Escobar from Portugal. No. Yes, from Portugal. She's the one that I did a page of hers last month. You'll see in my May coloring pages. And this month I'm doing this one. The one I did last month was out of her mermaid book. She also has a snail fairy book. and this is out. This one you can buy single, and I did, and I loved her snail art so much that I bought the whole book, The Snail Fairy. So again, we're talking like, I don't know, $5 or $6 for these books, and a dollar something for a page. I mean, her artwork is very affordable, and it's just gorgeous. It's very sketchy. Oh, my printer put lines in it. Oh well, my coloring will go over it. I was having troubles with my printer on this one. It's very sketchy looking. It's very, you see the artist's hand in these pictures, and I love that. I don't care for pictures that are too perfect, you know, even if they're hand drawn. If they look like AI, it's not attractive to me. So this page here is very sketchy looking, and the one I did for May was also very sketchy, and I didn't know how it would color up, and they color up beautifully, especially with alcohol markers. So you can use her sketchiness like a grayscale. And I'm really looking forward to doing this one. So that's Denise Escobar. And I'm going to put, at some point while I was talking about her here, I'll put her Etsy name, because you can find all this on her Etsy shop. And she has a great Instagram. She's creating a new book right now. It's a fairy book, but it's a different sort of fairy. And her coloring is absolutely gorgeous. I like her artwork because it's a little surreal and a little off, a little different. Her characters aren't exactly attractive. They're interesting. And I love that. Then I went and printed out, I purchased the Nice Little Town, Tatiana Bogema Stilova's 15. And I purchased it. I'm now purchasing all of her books off of her Etsy shop, which is Bogema Books, because I can get them in PDF form. They're like $5.50, something like that. And then I can print them off on really good paper and have a great time with them. So I no longer buy her books in book form. And this book is my favorite Nice Little Town. I thought the mermaid one was Atlantis, which I think is 9. I thought that was my favorite one, but this is now. Every single page is fun, and I want to do all of them. The only book of hers that compares that I want to do all of them is her one of her Halloween ones. I've colored probably half that book. I really love it, but this one is just phenomenal. I think her drawing has stepped up a notch, and it's just very interesting. So I printed off 3 pages, 2 of which I'm for sure going to do. This is one that I'm for sure going to do. I see a whole palette on this. I see sort of an African savanna color palette for this. And I love this little elephant creature sitting on a flower, or sitting on this flower here, looking out at the moons or the planets or whatever. I just think this will be really fun to color and not take too long either, you know, with some sort of gel stick or paint or something in the background, or ink, distressed ink, and then the rest of it with alcohol markers. Yeah. And I print this on Nina Astro Bright cardstock. I think it used to be called Solar White, but now it's called Astro Bright. Then I printed out this one from the same book, because they are like berries growing on a tree, right? So these animals are growing on the tree. I suspect that's how they're born. And here's mama. And then they detach themselves from the tree when they're old enough. That's what I'm thinking. See, some of these are flying and have little flowers. These guys are still growing. And I thought I'd color them like berries or oranges or something, you know, make them like fruity. And then down here, of course, you have the little mouse explorer. Now, the folks in the Alien Worlds exploration group that I started are really into this book as well, because it reminds us of us. Jack. It reminds us of us. Sorry about that. Jack wanted to get his 2 cents in. And so what some of us are doing is, when, you know, we need a break from the really intricacies of Kirby's space page, but we're still in the space mode, we're doing this book. Because what fun. That's us too. Yay. And look, there's a little alien hiding behind, peeking. I really, really, really like this page. I thought it was fun. I like every page in the book. I, on purpose, chose these 2 for their simplicity, because I have so many intricate pages, and I just thought it would be very restful. Now, the 3rd page I printed out, I'm probably not going to do this month, but I wanted to show it. It's my favorite page in the whole book, and that's this one. it's this mouse sitting in his space home. I mean, he's got his helmet up there, and he's got some books and some lights and plants, just some exercise paraphernalia, a soft rug, a little lava lamp. And it looks like he's just sitting relaxing, maybe doing a little meditation, watching these great creatures float by out of his window. And I love this page. It's my favorite one in the whole book, but I want to do it when I can really just slow down and enjoy it, and maybe use some different mediums and try out some different things. Because again, I can just reprint it out if something doesn't work. And I really want to make it colorful and just absolutely beautiful. And I don't know if I have that in me this month to do. I'm not sure if I'm in that place yet, but I printed it out just in case, and to show you that this is my favorite page of the whole book. I just think it's so peaceful and wonderful. I love the perspective, looking out the window with the little mousey while they're taking a break from exploring. They're just relaxing in their home. So neat. All right, so let's write some of these down. So we have PDFs. Let's just put them on their own little thing, because I may print out more as well. I absolutely, ever since I discovered PDFs off Etsy, they're my favorite thing to color. Because I feel like I don't have to make the storage room for them. I can just look through Etsy and find what suits my fancy, spend $1.50, $2 and purchase it and have it. It's instant gratification. It's $2. And then I get to spend time coloring it, and I love it. Once in a while, if I really like the artist, I'll buy a full book. But most of the time I just buy individual PDFs as they interest me. So we're gonna do Denise, and she spells her name Dinsse, Escobar. She's at Denise Coloring, and I believe it's with a U, but I can look it up. Denise Coloring Art on Etsy, and we're doing the snail fairy page. And then we're gonna do Tatiana's nice little town 15, and we're gonna do 2 pages. Believe so. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buddies. So that's my limit of new pages. If any of these others you've seen, you want to buddy with me that I'm already planning on doing, please contact me and let's do it together. That'd be great. And then we have a double page, so that's 2, 3, the Tales from the Forest Kingdom, 4, the Mouse Guard, 5, Beauty of Tarot, we're going to see. The miniatures, at least 1, 6, although those are so tiny, it's hard to count them as a whole page. 7, 8, 9. So we have at least 9 planned pages. And depending on what we do in Beauty of Tarot, more than, could be 10 or more, plus these 5. So that's 15. That would be a big month for me. But I've already done 1, almost done with Killer Bees, 2, halfway done through this double page. So it is the 6th, I think, of June. So I am really going to town with the coloring. So it could be, I'd like to break the 10 mark and get above 10 and get like 14, 15. That'd be fantastic. Before I go, I forgot one. This is Jashly, and they did a Coloring Heaven special, which was Beast Human Hybrids. And you can get this off of Etsy. And you can't get all of the Coloring Heavens off Etsy. You can get many of the sold out ones, but there are some you still can't. For example, that Mermaid Special. I really want the Mermaid Special. They have the Little Mermaid, but they don't have the Mermaid Special. And I've contacted them, and they say that they don't have any control. The person that responded said that they don't ever know what's going to go digital and what's not. And so they weren't very helpful. But Jashly, I've done one of these before. I've started at the beginning with the alligator woman, and now I'm at the armadillo. And I love this entire Coloring Heaven. It's all, and maybe I'll do a flip through of it. It's all on PDF, and it's he's got a character that he's kind of outfitted and made to look like the beast that it's paired up with. So this is the armadillo, and for some reason I just absolutely love this. I think I'm being drawn to desert colors right now. It's the opposite of what I've been coloring, so maybe that's why. So this is another one that I'd like to do in desert colors, so I'm going to add this to the PDF pile of 3, possibly 4 PDFs this month. Alrighty then, thank you for sticking through this with me. Thank you for coming along on my coloring journey. And again, if you think you'd like to do one of these pages with me, reach out. And if you're interested in the Alien Worlds group, since I started this video, we've added 2 or 3 more people. So I think we're just under 30 people now. And we are having the most fun. Oh, it's the best group ever. These people are just fantastic human beings, and we're just laughing and enjoying life. So if you're interested in working through Alien Worlds with us, again, there's no timelines or deadlines. We're just currently on the very first planet, the Lost Paradise, and we're all on various stages of that. We're flying to it or teleporting. We're exploring or outfitting our ship. We're all doing different things, but we're just in those first basically 15 pages of the book, and you can do them in whatever order you want. But if you're interested and you haven't done those 15 pages and you'd like to come join us on the Lost Planet, just direct message me and I'll get you in there. All right, you all have a happy day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.